With Universe 6's ace in the hole Kefla dominating Goku throughout the duration of their battle, she is now faced with a difficult task in having to survive against Ultra Instinct Goku as Goku reawakens his ultimate power once more in using it against Kefla. But is this going to spell disaster for the Universe 6 Saiyans, or will this be the beginning of something great as Kefla potentially learns from Ultra Instinct Goku and perhaps getting stronger herself? As right now we dive into the Dragon Ball Super episode 116 preview to further dissect, analyze, and break down the events coming involving both Goku and Kefla. And again, if you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and enable all notifications by clicking that bell icon. That way you guys can be notified whenever a new Dragon Ball video is posted onto this channel in connection to news, information, updates, discussions, and spoilers. Hashtag Dragon Ball Squad to be up to date with all the latest in Dragon Ball as we kick off the overall episode preview with Goku having to state the following and saying, "Hey, it's me, Goku." And in the background we get to see how Kefla is obviously on the move, and it looks like every single time she tries to connect any sort of shot against Goku, Goku moves instantly in avoiding everything that Kefla does. And of course, as you guys can see on screen, it looks like Kefla is having a very difficult time against Goku. Seemingly enough, what it looks like, Kefla is going to be on the offense while Goku is just going to be casually standing there taking everything that she dishes out and dodging every one of her attacks, which again goes to show the overall improvement rate that Goku has while under Ultra Instinct and having to dodge literally everything that even a Mega Fusion can dish out. But it's not over from there, as we do understand based on spoilers that Kefla herself is going to gradually get stronger, which ultimately begs the question as to how strong Kefla is going to get by the end of this tournament. That's assuming if Goku does not ring her out, but as you guys can see on screen, Kefla is literally attempting to go blow for blow with Goku, but Goku looking not to care in the least in avoiding every one of her attacks, in which leads into the next shot here as Goku says, "Against Kefla's endless power-ups, a miracle occurred in me again." And I want you guys to clearly note how Goku states that Kefla's endless power-ups are what drove him to awaken the power within him again. So Kefla is getting stronger, as noted by the Hakaishin, by all the other spectators during Dragon Ball Super episode 115, with Goku having to confirm this and saying that she perhaps is getting massive amounts of Zenkai boost, even though as of right now we don't know what the overall outcome is going to be, if Goku's going to ring her out. But this is where you guys come in letting me know if you guys believe that Goku is going to A, ring Kefla out, or B, is Kefla going to remain in the tournament by the end. Of course, Goku goes on the offensive and saying a miracle occurred as we transition into the next shot here, as it goes on to state, "And I awaken to Ultra Instinct. Kefla unleashes a more extreme power barrage." And I will say, to her credit, this scene here looks absolutely amazing. Not only does it remind me of the classic Broly-esque look, but it looks like she is getting a bit more aggressive in what she's going to do. Perhaps maybe Kefla is getting frustrated on the idea that she can't seem to touch Goku, considering her great power, and the idea that she is the strongest warrior that Universe 6 has on their roster, in the fact that everyone seems to take notice of her power. But as we transition into the next shot here, it looks like Kefla is going to go all in with everything she does against Goku. Now I will say these attacks here look very unique in nature as we transition into the next shot here, with two disc-like objects having to be parallel with one another as she holds them. And to me at least, when I first saw this, it honestly reminded me of two Destructo discs, except only this time they look very unstable and ferocious in nature. And even though these are not Destructo discs, she is obviously going to unleash a barrage of attacks on Goku. And Kefla as a character, if you guys go back and watch the episodes, she reminds me a lot of Gotenks in her bravado, in her demeanor, and even her movesets. As you guys can see now, it looks to be unique in nature. Even though we understand that she is inferior to Ultra Instinct Goku, perhaps maybe she's simply toying around in the idea that she's not taking this fight entirely serious yet. But that's ultimately up for you to decide as we transition into the next shot here. And I want you guys to note one thing. in the background, we get to see how there is a spark of light that seems to go through Jiren, as something does trigger Jiren in awakening him, and I do think that it's because of Ultra Instinct Goku having to return that causes Jiren to obviously break his meditation, as it goes on to state, who will survive the Ultimate Saiyan battle? And Jiren finally cracks his eyes open, the aura around him is gone, and it looks like Jiren now, more so than before, is focused and ready for the next challenge. And I don't think that this challenge involves Kefla, I do believe that this challenge involves Goku. Is Jiren going to get involved? I really seriously doubt that. However, he is awake and he is taking notice as to what is happening in the ring thus far, as we transition into the next shot here with Ultra Instinct Goku having to power up once again, as it says, who will survive the Ultimate Saiyan battle. And this is something that we haven't seen previous, because the first time we ever saw Ultra Instinct Goku, he went after Jiren and we didn't really see any sort of power up, and obviously enough, Goku's shirt is still on. So in case you guys are wondering if this is going to involve Goku having to resemble that of the poster in which we originally saw during the summer, I don't think that's going to happen necessarily yet, but it looks like Goku is taking initiative and powering up as we go into the next shot here, as the narration goes next time on Dragon Ball Super, with Goku having to look very menacing in the background. I really hope that in this episode they fully get to establish as to how long Ultra Instinct can really last, because we understand based on 117 spoilers that Goku is no longer going to be in this state of power. He is going to burn out eventually. So is this because he's emitting too much power? Is it because of the heat that Jiren spoke of? Either way, as we transition here, the title states the sign of a comeback, Ultra Instinct's huge explosion, and in the background, it looks to be that of a character. I'm only assuming it's going to be Kefla, in having to either A, unleash some sort of gigantic attack, or either B, powering up in nature, as we transition into the next shot here with the entire arena, the entire sky having to be covered in red. So I can only assume here that this is based on Kefla having to have some sort of influence in unleashing attacks, because in the next shot here, it says don't miss it, and in the background, we get to see how Kefla is seemingly enough looking like she's on the offensive in unleashing all of these attacks, whatever this may be. It looks like whatever it is isn't really going to affect Goku that much, given that his body responds literally within an instant. So I don't think that Kefla is going to do anything to damage Goku, but this begs the question if Kefla herself is going to be susceptible of getting injured herself, as we transition into our favorite shot here of Ultra Instinct Goku in the classic Kamehameha pose. Now we understand also based on spoilers that Goku is going to launch a direct Ultra Instinct Kamehameha, and based on this shot alone, I will have to say this is the first time that we are going to see an Ultra Instinct Kamehameha, and thus far it doesn't look any different. Hopefully enough in terms of display, in terms of power, the Kamehameha is going to be much more powerful than how we've seen previous, but in this shot here, it looks like Goku is flying away from Kefla in what I believe to be somewhat of a ploy, as he is going to somewhat get in front of Kefla and blasting her completely, and I don't think as a result Kefla is going to be wrung out by this. I do still think that marketing wise, they're still going to use Kefla in the tournament, that way they can portray and get their message across as having another top tier character in the ring that poses a threat to everyone else who is not on the same side as she is. But nonetheless, the final shot depicts Goku here in a beautiful portrayal of him having to use the Ultra Instinct Kamehameha. So comment down below, guys, what are your overall thoughts on Goku having to use the Ultra Instinct Kamehameha? Is he going to fully damage Kefla? Is he going to separate her? Is he going to do anything in turn to result in her elimination? I will say that I think this Kamehameha will either A, be a trigger in Kefla getting stronger. I do think that she will ultimately be damaged by this, but I think just as every other Saiyan before her, she will gradually get stronger, just as we've seen in the history of Dragon Ball, as we get to see another shot here, very notably enough, of Kefla having to look very, very injured, very, very shocked, very, very surprised. And I don't think that ultimately in a one-on-one situation she's gonna survive, so she's gonna have to do everything in her power to adapt to Ultra Instinct. If anything, learn from that. That way she herself can actually get stronger in developing some sort of a tactic to counter Ultra Instinct by the end of their battle. So post your comments down below, guys. What are your overall thoughts on this battle? What are your overall expectations in seeing Ultra Instinct Goku battle against Super Saiyan Kefla? Who do you guys think would win and why? Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once again, if you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to go ahead and smash that subscribe button, guys. Tune back in for more. If you guys are stoked and ready in witnessing Ultra Instinct return once more, go ahead and slap a like down below, guys. Tune back in for more. The road to 500K continues, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.